Welcome to the Hilton Head Livin podcast. I am your host, OT Gibbons. Our mission with all of our content is to make sure you get the most out of your time in Hilton Head. All the best places to go, all the biggest events going on, and everything you need to know to get the most out of your time on the island. I am joined as always by the star of our content, my beautiful wife and co-host, Jessica Gibbons. How you doing, Jess?
Hi.
All right, so on this week's episode of the podcast, we're going to be talking about everything happening in November. Big month, Thanksgiving, a lot of stuff going on, everything going on in November. We're going to be talking about our favorite new thing that we tried last week. And as always, we're going to answer the people. So with that, Jess, what's going on in November?
We'll start off first with some Halloween events that are going to take place on the 31st. So there is a kids Spookalicious at the Sandbox, which is an interactive kids museum from 10 to 1. Kids can dress up in their costumes, and there's a scavenger hunt, and visit their website to buy tickets. Then the Top Dog Tavern is going to have candy for trick-or-treaters. They'll have food and drink specials, and they'll have a dog costume contest at 6. The Burton Church Distillery in Bluffton is having a Night of Spirits where they'll have a costume contest, a DJ, dancing, and specialty cocktails. And at the Boardroom, they'll also have a costume contest. They'll have live music starting at 9:30, and they'll have spooky movies playing all night. Lastly, on Friday, November the 1st, One Hot Mamas is having the Zombie Apocalypse, where they'll have a costume contest that you can win $1,000. So the party starts at 10, and the costume contest is at 11:30.
And just one thing, you are looking at the Hilton Head Plantation Halloween decorating champ for 2024. Is that what it was?
Yeah, we got best decorated. Woo!
Woo! 2 years in the making. Told you about it. We did. What was the theme again? It was like animal safari. What were we calling it? Too wild?
Jungle theme.
Jungle theme, but it was from...
So it was 2 years in the making because last year they did not have the trunk or treat. So the year before was our first year doing it, and we didn't realize how big of a deal it was. And so the year in between, I hosted a birthday party for my niece for her second birthday that was too wild. So it was jungle themed, and I used all those decorations also for our trunk or treating.
But she talked about winning this thing for 2 years, and she did it.
Woohoo! It's probably the most I've gone all out for Halloween. Funny thing is, I don't like Halloween.
Hilarious. Because our house for Thanksgiving and Christmas is like, you're always ripping out the decorations, but...
Well, in D.C., I actually did decorate for Halloween, but here we're in a cul-de-sac where nobody sees our house, so...
Yeah, no, it's true.
Remember we used to carve the pumpkins and put them with my family and put them all out in front and stuff, so...
Well, we're defending champs in 2 years for 2026.
Yep, now I've got to figure out.
Yeah.
If you guys have any ideas, let us know for trunk or treating. Anyways, moving on to November events. So from the 1st to the 3rd is the Concours d'Elegance and Motoring Festival. Well, they'll be showcasing 500 cars, boats, motorcycles, and aircrafts. A lot of stuff there.
Wow.
So it's a big deal. And you can see the whole schedule where everything's going to be held at and times and buy your tickets on their website. The Hilton Head Island half and quarter marathon, and this year they have added a 5K, will take place on Sunday the 3rd, and it starts and ends at Low Country Celebration Park. If you're interested in participating, you can still sign up for it. Go to their website. And the course does go through North and South Forest Beach areas. So, and they don't close off any of the streets. I did it with your mom last year. Beautiful routes. You get to see really nice neighborhoods, and they don't close off the streets, but if you are driving down there, just be aware of people.
I would say I guess by like the technical definition, the streets aren't closed, but I wouldn't try to be driving around there. They had like one lane open, and it was kind of a cluster for somebody they really prioritize the run, obviously. Like me and my dad and I walked around and watched, and they really, really prioritize the event. And like, sure, in theory, could you like drive around there? Maybe, but the cops don't love it, and they make you wait for a while. So they basically shut it down.
Okay.
If so facto. Like maybe they don't say that, but in the execution of it, it wasn't exactly welcoming.
I was about to say you might have to wait because I do remember having to cross the main street area there, and they held a cars off for a little, so you might be waiting for a little while.
Yeah, we were kind of standing there joking with a police officer at one point because there's like a couple buildings there where people were like trying to get out of their buildings, and like they were making them. The cop was just standing there like with his hand out, like with a stop sign. He's like, at some point I have to put my arm down, and they're going to try to go, and I'm going to have to tell them not to, and the whole thing. But that's So they prioritize the event big time.
But it's only until 11. So it's from about 7 to 11. So after 11, you should be good. Then there is the grand opening and ribbon cutting of Bluffton's first splash pad on the 5th at the Oscar Fraser Park from 11 to 1. And make sure to bring towels and dry clothes. And there are bathrooms to use to change in afterwards.
What is a splash pad?
So it's like at the entrance of Klinge Beach. You know how they have the like kind of water fountain feature thing?
Yeah.
At least that's what I'm pretty sure. Maybe it might be a little bit not concrete on the ground like it is there because kids do slip. So maybe they've improved it a little better, but a splash is just where water will come up out of.
Oh, cool. Very cool. That's awesome. Nice.
Although the weather is getting a little bit cooler now, but that'll be great for this. Although it is still pretty warm this week, and kids will still go in the water when it's like freezing outside.
Yeah, but I like that. I like the thing they have at Caligny.
Yeah, and especially at a park too, where kids definitely get hot and there isn't like a beach or water really close by. And getting into the rest of November, on the 7th is the Bluffton Night Bazaar at the Burnt Church Distillery. And Zanzibar is starting a fall pop-up shop at 4 p.m. Sea Pines is having their annual fall bonfire on the 8th. Visit their website to buy tickets. There is a kayak cleanup of Broad Creek on the 10th, along with the Hilton Head Humane is hosting their 4-leg frolic, which is an auction at the West End. So visit their website to buy tickets for that. There is a pie baking class, which I think is a new thing. Sounds great. And it's going to be at Forest Fire in Caligny Plaza and RSVP at Baker's Goods Consulting LLC at gmail.com. Wind Down Wednesday for Cause in the village of Wexford will take place on the 13th. On the 15th, you have Family Fishing Night at the Sailing and Rowing Center, and Skull Creek Boathouse will be having a Bites, Barrels, and Brews. Hilton Head will be having their night bazaar on the 16th at the bank. The Tunnel to Towers 5K in Rose Hill will take place on the 17th. On the 19th, there will be a fundraiser with auctions to promote the sea turtles at Poseidon's. On the 23rd, there will be a putt-putt for pals at Legendary Golf, and there will be a wreath-making class with the woodsman's wife at the Bluffton General Store. And we get into Thanksgiving weekend. And I'm sure more things will pop up, so we will always bring things to you, but this is what we have for now. I'm going to start off with things that are happening in Sea Pines first. So from the 25th to the 30th, they'll be having wagon rides throughout the Forest Preserve. On Thanksgiving, they will have a scavenger hunt. And then the Harbor Lights with the tree lighting will happen on the 29th with a Greg Russell concert afterwards. And on the 30th is the Caramel Apple Festival. On the 29th, Caligny Plaza will be celebrating Black Friday with promotions at the shops. There's Santa flies over in a helicopter. You can get pictures of Santa, and there is bar crawl. Also on the 29th, Shelter Cove will be having their tree lighting.
Okay, so going back to last week, let's talk about our favorite new thing that we tried last week. So Jess, what was your favorite new thing?
I went to Holiday Farms. It's about an hour away from Hilton Head, and it was really cool. It's huge. It's actually a working farm. It's not just for holiday stuff like the Madrek farms. I like that was kind of seemed like it was a little bit of a farm, but it was like they had a lot of stuff specifically for the fall season. This was an actual, like a lot of the stuff that they have is always, they have this like playground made out of like tractor wheels or something. And they had like a basketball hoop. The tunnel was like part of a track. I don't know. It was really cool. They had a lot of cool stuff. And then you actually had a hayride. Your ticket, it was $15, but you get one ticket that includes the hayride out to an actual pumpkin patch, like a huge field filled with a ton of pumpkins. So that wasn't at the other place. And then everybody got one free pumpkin too. They're cute little pigs, and they have them. They're all named after like candy bars.
Aw.
And everybody bet on their, not actually bet, but so that was really cute. But I guess it's a big place for school field trips, which we did not realize. Which we went on a Thursday morning, not thinking that many people were there. It was really crowded. We're like, oh.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It's super cute, and I was, suggest to even just go there, not during the fall season too, because there is a lot going on there.
Nice.
How about you?
I've been playing more golf recently.
It is the season. The season.
It's pretty warm out. It's been pretty nice. Course has been in good shape. I actually checked out the landings over in Savannah and got to play Dolphin Head in the last week. And the landings, if you get the opportunity to go over there, is just spectacular. Really cool facility. Their practice facility is nuts. They have a Corn Ferry Tour event. So if you can't get a chance to go play there, really great place to go watch golf too. Obviously Corn Ferry is one level below the PGA Tour, but those guys are awesome. And the views are amazing. It's right on the water. Really, really great. And then Dolphin Head, my brother and I just went and played on a Friday afternoon. We teed off at, I think it was 3 o'clock, and we got in all 18, and it was only $55. For residents, it was actually $44, but just for like a generic, anybody coming down to go play is $55. So as the second round of your 18 for your golf trip, or just for quick squeezing in at 18 holes on the first day you get here, it really doesn't get any better than that. The layout is awesome. I'm a huge fan of that golf course. So 2 thumbs up for landings in Dolphin Head.
This is it's been beautiful weather. I think this is perfect weather for golf. I mean, it's perfect weather to just be outside.
All right. And as always, we're going to answer the people. So over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be answering a ton of Thanksgiving questions that we've been getting. And we're going to start with the one we've been getting the most often, which is dine-in restaurants for Thanksgiving. So we're going to answer a series of Thanksgiving questions, like I just said, but this is the one we're going to start with. Next week, we'll have another one, and the week after that, another one. So Jess, what are the dine-in restaurants that people can check out for Thanksgiving?
So I'm sure there probably will be more, but we're just going to give you a list of the ones that we know of. And the first ones I'm going to start out with are prefixed dinners. Start off with Wise Guys from 11 to 8, and it's $49 per person. And then you have Nectar, which is now just in Bluffton. It's $42 per person. You have Poseidon's, which is $45 per person. Then there's Frankie Bones. There is Alexander's, and there is the Porch, which is part of the Beach House, which is right next to the Tiki Hut. So you're basically on the beach there. That's pretty nice. And I looked at a lot of these menus. A lot of them have options for your regular turkey. There's usually kind of meat option, a seafood option, and a vegetarian option too. So that's really good for most of them. Then you have One Hot Mama's in Hilton Head and Bluffton. Well, they'll be having a buffet, which is $39 for adults and $13 for kids. And Skillets will be having a special from 12 to 3. Fish Camp will be having specials all day. That would be nice to sit out and beautiful view there. Along with the Old Oyster Factory. They have gorgeous view too. That'd be nice. And then Hudson's has a community Thanksgiving from 11 to 3. And that is very popular.
Nice. Nice.
And then next week, we'll come at you with some takeout options.